Hello, everybody. Hey, Patty. How you feeling? How you doing? What's new and exciting? Hi, Kim. So I've started to redo this made-to-order mug that I had finished before, but it was way off center. It was squished all up at the top of the mug. So we're going to work on this today, and I have a couple fun things to show you. Hey, Barb. Oh, that's wonderful, Patty. That's so good. Hey, Sue, how you doing? Sue's been working on the big purple pattern that I did last summer. It's coming along great, too, Sue. Hi, Rua. How are you? It's good to see you. So I'm hoping to make some headway on this mug this evening. See what we can get done. And then going to work on some keychains, and I've got some fun stuff to show you guys here in a minute. Once I'm done these teal swoops, I'll show you what I got. They all arrived in the mail. And I am so excited to show you. How's everybody doing today? How was your day? What did you get up to today? Were you working? Hi, David. How you doing? Oh, I'm so glad, Rua. Oh, it's so wonderful to have you here. You're most welcome for the live. Guess what I got from you for my birthday? Oh, yay! Oh, do you like it? Oh, I'm so glad you like it. That's wonderful. I've got the second set of circles. Nice. That's awesome, Sue. You worked today? I hope work went well. Now, I gotta remember what size tool I was using there. So let's see if I can figure that out. I'm guessing it was a 7. All right. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. That's so nice. I've got notebooks and jigsaw puzzles in my shop now. I have taken some photos of some of the paintings that I've done and put them on just some different cool stuff. So the notebooks and the jigsaw puzzles are the first thing. And then I got all kinds of other fun stuff on deck that's coming soon too. Oh, nice, David. That's lovely. What are you doing with yourself all week? Whatever the hell you want. I hope it's a wonderful week off for you. I hope it's rejuvenating and restful. Well, if you like really big puzzles, I'm in the process of, I'm always in the process of doing this, but I'm in the process of learning how to convert an image into a vector so that I can resize it. And once I can resize it and not lose quality, then I will be able to do 1,000. I think there's a 1,000, a 500, a 1,000, and a 1,500 piece puzzle. Those are the ones I want. I want the big ones. But surprisingly, I think I mentioned this before. The 252 piece puzzle of the designs are much more challenging than I ever anticipated they were going to be. They're pretty fun. All right. So let me just do a little sidetrack here. So you guys know that I've been doing the round keychains, right? I've been painting stuff like this. I'm going to be making more of these because I love these. And I did a really weird one the other day, did this one. So I got to resin that. So I've done the round ones. You're so happy that you got a notebook. I'm so glad. They're nice too. I was so happy with them. I was so thrilled when I got my test and said, this is nice paper. This is a nice cover. It's going to be nice and smooth to write in. Oh, it's going to be your journal. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. So I had square ones, but then I ordered and I got some square ones. I had round ones and then I had square ones. I totally give it away without even trying. And then I got rectangular ones too. So these are the 3 different shapes that I have now. I have another, I think I have 120 of these, 100 of these, and 120 of these. Nothing planned, just going with the flow. Nice. That's wonderful. That's a great way to spend some time, eh? Just doing whatever comes to ya. Hey, Jan. So I'm super, super pumped for these. I'm excited to do some mandalas, and I'll do double-sided ones like I do on the circular ones. And then on these ones, I'm going to do the half mandalas. I think that's going to be really, really fun. So I prepped a couple of them on the off chance that we get a bunch of this stuff done on the mug in the next hour and a half. Might be able to start working on these. I'm sorry for teasing you. Aren't they cool, Patty? I'm so excited. So excited. I was absolutely giddy when they arrived in the mail. Absolutely giddy. But must finish this mug first. So this mug is a made to order. So what I've done is for this design and the same design on a black mug, I don't have a bunch pre-made, but if someone wants one of these mugs, they can place an order on my website as a made to order. So then I'll put the mug into the paint queue and paint it as the orders come in. Instead of having a whole bunch of mugs sitting around, this frees me up to create some new designs and continue experimenting, and then I get to go back to this pattern when someone orders it. It's perfect. Yeah, the new shapes are cool, eh, Erica? I think they're pretty cool. Audrey's doing well. Audrey is curled up in her cat bed by the window right now. Mom and Dad are doing good too. Going to see Dad on Thursday. And hopefully we'll be taking Mom up on Sunday to go see him. So we're doing good. We're powering through. Doing the best we can. How is everybody doing today? How are you doing, Kim? How are you doing, Sue? How's it going, Patty? Is everybody doing good? Jan, Barb, Erica? Everybody doing all right? If you're new to my lives, hi, my name's Jamie. It's nice to meet you. This is my full-time job, painting mandalas on all kinds of different fun things and teaching people how to paint dot mandalas. There's a bunch of great resources that are available through the link in my bio, YouTube channel, some tutorials. I've got downloadable patterns. But just to explain the way that the lives work, I usually go live 3 or 4 times a week for an hour and a half. I'd like to get back to doing 2-hour lives. And I always put up the schedule on either Sunday or Monday. And I pin it to the top of my TikTok profile so that you know where I'm going to be and what time and everything. Because I go live here and on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions at all, definitely let me know. I'll do my absolute best to answer them for you. I don't guarantee that I have all of the answers, but I will try and get you an answer. While I'm painting, I can't see my phone screen, so if it takes me a few minutes to answer your comment or your question, please know that I'm not ignoring you. And if it seems like I'm just going on talking about stuff and that has nothing to do with what's going on in the chat, it's because I can't see it. But I always will pause on a regular basis to come back to the comments, and I scroll back and catch up on as much as I possibly can. So if you leave a question or a comment, just bear with me for a few minutes. It might take me to get back to the comments. But like I said, I'll pause, and I'm going to do that right now. Thanks, Kim. Hi, Sharon. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad. I love these colors. These are the same colors I used in my sour candy pattern, and I am absolutely addicted to them. Hi, Christine. Still suffering with horrendous pain, but some herb which helps wonderfully. Oh, that's good. That's wonderful, Sue. I'm so glad that you have something that gives you some relief. You're late because you were in the pool. That's okay. You're not far. It's not super late. Put me on different needle injections, side effects, loss of appetite. There you go. All right. I'm going to pause for one quick second, you guys, and I'm going to open the blinds, get some natural light in here, and maybe open up and get some air in here too. Bear with me. Hi, Audrey. I know I'm going to make noise. I'm sorry. Vertical blinds are a real pain in the butt. Woo! Bang, 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 Audrey. How you doing? You alright? You good? Yeah, now you can see out the window. Alright, and now I'm going to open the window, get some air in. Ugh, so stuffy in here. It's been so hot. We get sun at the end of the day. We're on the west side of the building. So it turns into a sauna in here. So this time of night is nice because then I can open up the windows and get some air in again. Got some flip-flops. All right. No, we haven't gotten any updates on the new flooring yet, unfortunately, Patty. I'm going to be, I'm going to go down and talk to the building manager and just kind of at least say, hey, can you give me as much notice as possible? Because we're going to have to go stay in a hotel for a week while you do it, and I'm going to have to rearrange my entire work schedule. So notice would be great. And I'm going to actually ask to be put on a waiting list for an accessible unit. Oh, thank you, Jody. Hello, Creative Farm. How you doing? All the hellos coming in. All right. So now we're going to start. Actually, I'm going to tilt this back up again. We're going to get, I just have a few yellow walking dots to do, and then the bottom half of the mug is done. So let's get that done now. Good, thank you, but getting nervous and having surgery on Sunday. Oh my goodness. We're sending you lots and lots of good vibes. Totally understandable to have nerves for stuff like that, right? That's a big deal, and wishing you all the best. Sure, everything will go fine. But again, totally understand nerves for that. Hopefully hanging here with us for a little bit lets you take a bit of a break and take a break from the worry and the stress. That's the goal. Take a bit of a breath. Take a break from all the daily stresses. And just be here and just enjoy the company and enjoy some relaxation together. That is the goal. You're welcome, love. Hi, Michelle. Oh, Kim, you got so much love. You love being here. Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad. I love being here too, so I'm really glad that you guys like being here with me. All right, let's paint the other half of the mug. We are going to start up here, and we are going to use, what size is that? I'm going to go with a size 10. Your swooshes are so good, I can never get them right. Swooshes are a tricky one, right? They are ornery. They are difficult for sure. When in doubt, slow way down. As slow as you think you are going, slow down even more and see if that helps. So it was every third. You in that corner. Go way, way slow. And if you need to, like for a very, very, very long time, I did my swoops only by shaping the paint, like taking a dot of paint and then shaping it into the swoop. I didn't do the drag swoops for a very, very long time, and they take an absolute crap ton, a lot of practice. But they are completely doable. But you really want to just give yourself some time because they are a long learning curve. A learning curve that I am still on. So make sure that you are watching lots of different content creators that are painting dot mandalas, because everyone has a slightly different way of doing things too. And just because one person does it a way and it turns out a way that you like the look of, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a comfortable way and a natural way for you to complete the same process, right? So watch lots and lots of different artists and make sure that you kind of take note of their techniques and what they do different from each other, and try each person's technique, from the way that they hold their tools to the angle that they paint on. There's so many different things that you can kind of do that way. Okay. I'm just scrolling back, catching up. I was feeling down last week. That's why I didn't see you, love. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better this week and that you're here. And, you know, even when you're down, just know that this is a place that you guys can always come to just hang out and be who you are and have a quiet place. I haven't tried glass pens, no. Thank you, Pisces Sky. Haven't tried the glass pens. The glass calligraphy pens. Sue uses one for swoops, for shaping swoops and for teeny tiny dots, and said it works fantastically. Okay. I don't want to rush this mug because I want to always make sure that it is my best work. However, I'm not going to lie and tell you that I'm not super excited to get this mug done so that I can start painting some of those new keychains. So expect for the next little while on lives to be seeing me paint an awful lot of keychains. I think there's a lot coming down the pipes. I have over 300 of them I have to paint now. So expect to see quite a few of those. I'm so glad you've been liking it. So you can buy those glass pens. I think Jerry Lynn may have even made some at some point. But they have inkwells shaped into the glass pens so that it can hold paint or ink. So if your paint is thin enough and it acts a little bit like ink, then it could help kind of deliver the paint out, and you could get really long lines of walking dots. I'm just going to tilt this up a little bit. This mug stand, by the way, our friend Jennifer, Hey Got Any Guapes, is her TikTok name. This is how I hold my mugs now. And it has absolutely saved my wrists. She has them on her Etsy store. So if you go to Hey Got Any Guapes here on TikTok, you will find a link there. Experiments on the herb grinders are still in process. The reason they are not done yet is because I haven't done the resining on the sides, the side panels. But I am preparing to resin the terracotta plates, some Christmas ornaments, and the sides of the herb grinder. So in another week or so, we should have results on that one. How you doing, Erica? You can get them on Amazon. Oh, good to know. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, if you're looking for one of these mug stands, you can get one from Jennifer on her Etsy store. Best thing ever. Total game changer. I was wearing compression gloves and wrist guards and everything because my hands were so sore from painting mugs. And this has literally allowed my business to continue. Or at least that part of my business, I should say. Part of my business that I didn't want to give up, but that I was very likely going to have to give up. So this is a made-to-order mug. It's one of, I will do this design on a white mug or a black mug made-to-order, meaning that they're not ready to ship. I paint it when the order comes in, kind of like a custom order. I don't typically go back to a lot of designs, but I think that what I'm going to do is almost have like maybe a different couple of patterns every month that are available for made to order, and just kind of mix it up a little bit and see what kind of happens with all of that. We'll see. Anyways, let me scroll back and catch up on whatever comments I missed here. Sorry. You were just thinking about the grinder? Yeah. I think it'll look really cool when it's done. Thank you for the love. Hi, Ms. Ritzy. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? It's good to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love going live and painting here with you guys. So we've got a big month coming up in September. I've been planning something different for each week of the month. It's my birthday month, so I figured why not celebrate and make it a month-long party. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. So some of the things that are happening, I'm going to launch a new Facebook challenge in the Facebook group, like a monthly challenge, painting challenge in the Facebook group. I'm going to do a giveaway. I am going to do 2 6-hour-long marathon live sessions. I am going to be releasing a crap ton of new patterns. I'm going to be auctioning off 6 different items, 3 on Facebook and 3 on Instagram. And what else? And at the end of the month, we're going to have some Paint With Me classes, some Paint With Me Zoom classes. So it's going to be fun. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff going on in the month of September. It's going to be crazy hectic, and I am doing this very much so to challenge myself and to see what I'm capable of. So it's going to be a big one. But keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned, all that fun stuff, and I will release more details on dates and times and all that sort of stuff as we get closer. But if you have not joined the Facebook group already, there's a link for that in my bio as well. So if you want to join the Facebook group, you can do that there. I think it's going to be pretty awesome, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Thank you, guys. Good, but unfortunately watching you from the hospital. What happened? Oh, Miss Ritzy, I'm so sorry. The royal blue or the teal on the mug? Isn't that pretty? They're so pretty. Miss Ritzy, we're so sorry. What's you don't need to tell us what's happening, but are you okay? I hope you're all right. The teal, yeah, the teal's super pretty. I love these paints so much. I've had a lot of great success with Craftsmart metallic multi-surface paints. That's what most of these are. The teal, the blue, the purple, and the pink are all Craftsmart multi-surface metallics, and they're great. All right. Nope, this is Craftsmart multi-surface metallic. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I did. Yep, just answered that one, didn't I? Multi-surface paint can be quite thick, and one of the things that can cause is stringiness in the paint. When you're walking the dots, you want to pay really close attention to see if your paint is stringy at all. If it is stringy, if you move on to the next dot in the walking dot line, chances are you've got a higher chance anyway of those 2 dots being connected by a little line of paint from one of those little stringy bits. So kind of prepare to slow yourself down when it comes to that as well. When swimming, had swollen optical nerve. Oh, oh my gosh, that must be, oh, is that so painful? It sounds painful. Yeah, right? How long do you have to be in the hospital, love? Totally could make a round trip to Canada. Hi, Randy. Thank you. It's so good to see you. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to pop in and say hi. I love that. Sorry, totally zoned out. Aw, I'm glad, Randy. Thank you so much, love. Take care of yourself. Miss Ritzy, I hope you don't have to stay in the hospital for too long, but I'm glad that they're looking at everything and being thorough to check you out. But I hope you're okay. Okay, 2 more rows of walking dots after the green. So on the last mug that I did, this whole the whole design was moved up too close to the top of the mug. I hadn't centered it very well. So by the time it was finished, it looked like the design was kind of squished up to the top. Now, an important thing to know about multi-surface acrylic paints is that they're not food safe. So I try to stay away from the rim of the mug where someone could, put their mouth to take a drink. So yeah, it didn't turn out the greatest as far as spacing is concerned. I mean, it's still really pretty, but so it will end up getting listed in my shop as an imperfect. There's lots of mugs that I've made that just have, imperfections in the ceramic that I didn't notice before I started painting. I've had ones that have had small cracks that I didn't notice that are just good for, would be good to hold someone's dotting tools on their desk or something, but not necessarily something that's going to last a super amount of time or anything like that, but we'll see. I've been a week, so I hope to get some good news soon. The doctors are kidding me. Oh my goodness. It's hard when you have a whole bunch of time to sit and be with your thoughts, right? It's so easy to really get lost in your own head and your own thoughts sometimes, and to go down darker thought paths. Even when you don't want to, and when you're alone and you're in a lot of silence, yeah, it's really difficult, and I'm really proud of you. Please know that we're sending you so much love. So much love. And hoping that you get some good news very, very quickly. But you know what? It's good that they're keeping a close eye on you, because that's serious stuff, and they wouldn't keep you there unless they felt there was a reason to, right? Hi, Borka. How are you? Good to see ya. And I'm doing good, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Southern Belle Designs. Well, we were just talking to Ms. Ritzy, sending some love. She's in the hospital right now, so we're sending some love that way. And we're just kind of chit-chatting. Nothing really. chit-chatting and sending Miss Ritzy a ton of love. Mm-hmm. One more row after this. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Borka. That's awesome. How's it going, Heather? They did a lumbar puncture yesterday, so he worried me a bit. Oh, that must have been scary. Do you have anybody there with you to help you through or keep you company a bit? Oh, good. Jan did behave while you were gone. I'm good, Heather. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing good. It was good to see you, Erica. We'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Thanks for coming to hang out for a bit. Not enough paint there. Thank you, Stephanie. You surely did, Jan. If you're new to my lives, just know that while I'm painting, I can't see the screen of my phone to read the comments. So what I'll do is I'll paint for a little bit and then I'll pause and I'll scroll back in the comments and catch up on anything that I've missed. And then I'll go back to painting again. So if you are arriving here right now while I'm painting, just know that I'm not able to see the comments, but I am not ignoring you, I promise. I will come back and try and catch up as absolute best that I can, so please bear with me. I don't have all of the answers, but I will try and get you answers if you have questions. What was that? Thank you, Sandy. That I saw out of the corner of my eye. That was bright and bold. That's so sweet. I know, it's crazy. It's almost September, right? It blows me away. Thank you, Jan. No visitors allowed. I only came for an eye check, but they kept me so my daughter was allowed to bring my things. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's got to be so tough, love. Didn't need any staplers or flip-flops. You need ice cream. Oh, ice cream sounds great. Thank you again, Sandy, for the pearl. That's really sweet of you. It's so generous. Ice cream is good. Ooh. Hang on. You guys got to see the sunset. Look, wait till you see these colors. You ready? So I'm going to turn some lights off so you can really see these colors. Hold on a sec. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing view to sit and look at that tonight while I'm painting. It's not the same with the lights on, of course. Oh, hi. But I love doing these nighttime lives because then I can show you guys the sunsets. They're pretty spectacular. All right, let me plug my phone back in and we can get back to painting here. Oh, Crank and Shania Twain, there we go. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you enjoy watching. Thank you, Janet. Isn't it beautiful, Jan? Right, Miss Ritzy? Yeah, there's your tree. Yeah, we get some beautiful sunsets here. Don't we, Tracy? I'm pretty spoiled, eh? Pretty spoiled. And it changes so much because we get such a clear view for such a long time that it's neat to see the colors change. You can I always try to predict what the sunset's going to be like based on how the colors of the clouds start to change. Aw, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. We have a cemetery beside us, so it's quiet too. Wasn't it gorgeous, Miss Ritzy? Thanks for sharing it with me, guys. Or thanks for letting me share it with you, I guess. All right. There we go. All right, now we go to the blue. Aw, thanks for the love, Kim. Thank you guys for all the love. It means the absolute world to me. You guys are my fuel. You guys keep me going. You guys make me want to keep going and keep trying to make this a success. So thank you for that. It's easy to believe in myself when I've got all of you guys believing in me, and I appreciate you. The fact that you choose to take your spare time and spend it here with me it's an absolute privilege. So thank you. It's a privilege for me to be here with you. And I just don't ever want you to wonder. I want you to always know how much it means to me. Aw, thanks, Kim. Thanks, Sandy. It was wonderful to see you, Borka. Please take care of yourself. Sending you lots and lots of love. You have chocolate ice cream, and oh, well done, Andy. Thank you, Pedge. Thank you for the love. Oh, that's sweet, Kim. Thank you. Oh, yay, Sky. That's awesome. That tells me I'm doing something right. If that's the vibe it's giving off, I am thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. And welcome. It's nice to meet you. That's the vibe we want to perpetuate around here. For sure. I need to make these ones a bit bigger. There we go. That's better. Lots of love, Borka. All right. Oops. So if you are doing a bunch of rows of walking dots, and let's say that, as you go out from the center, you increase the size of your tool, right? That's what helps to give this petal effect and kind of 3D effect. Now, if you find that you're using a size tool and you want to keep it looking a little bit more delicate, you can keep using a smaller size tool, but what you would do is at the top of your petal, you would dip and dot a couple more times before you start walking the dots. That will help you continue to use a smaller tool and still be able to get enough paint to cross that distance. Sky, I've wanted to try this for a long time. You make it look effortless. The key is, and to everybody who has been here for a while is probably getting really sick of hearing me say this, but I will never stop saying it. Follow the fun. If you have fun with it, the practice comes easy because you're just so excited. Like, I just want to sit down and paint and try again, right? When you follow the fun, the practice becomes easy. When the practice becomes easy and enjoyable, you practice more. And the more you practice, the faster that skill develops. I promise you it's nowhere near as difficult as it looks like it is. And there's tons and tons and tons of great creators that will help teach you. I've got some tutorials on my YouTube channel. I've got a playlist, a tutorial playlist on my YouTube channel. Lydia May is who I learned from. Electric Mandela, Delicate Dots Andrea, Erin Ridley's got some great downloadable patterns, but there's tons and tons of great creators out there. Find the ones that you really mesh with and try and learn from them. Just scrolling back. I can no longer hear you. Andy has the TV on with no headset, so me and the neighbors can only hear it. Oh my God. Yeah, the ice cream, helps a little bit, right? Yeah, I think I've got a link to my YouTube channel in my bio if that's helpful at all. I also have a Facebook group, Sky, and there's a lot of great artists, both professional and people who don't do it as a career. We've got a ton of incredible artists in that Facebook group, and it's a great spot for a resource to learn from other people, to ask questions like, hey, I'm working on this project and I'm stuck here, or can you guys recommend somewhere that I should go and look at this particular information or anything? Please let us know, okay? We'll do our best to answer questions for you too. I get things from Hobby Lobbies like coasters. They're so cheap. Exactly. Go for the stuff that doesn't cost a lot of money. I buy a lot of my supplies at the dollar store, right? For same kind of reason. Stones are another great one too, right? Stones are great to start on. If you're going to start on stuff from a dollar store or from a craft supply store, I don't recommend you start with canvas. And this is just my personal experience and my own personal recommendation. Start with wood, sand the wood down, and get yourself some sandpaper and make sure the wood is sanded really, really, really nice and smooth. It will make your life easier when you go to paint your dot mandalas. If you're painting on canvas, unless the canvas is prepped properly, the fibers in the canvas material will actually impact the shape and size of your dots, as can really rough wood grain. Okay, so if you make sure that the wood is sanded down really, really well, and make sure that you prep your canvas. That's where you'd want to get some gesso. It's worth every single penny. I spent so much money on all these canvases trying to just power through. You've got to you want to be an artist, you've got to be able to paint on canvas. And I was just beating my head against a wall because I hated it. And then I learned about gesso and the entire world changed. So just kind of keep that in mind. Thanks, Heather. So for the mugs, the only thing that I need to do is I give them a spritz with some 70% isopropyl alcohol, and that helps to remove any dust and oils from like fingerprints and stuff that may be left on the surface. So I give it a good wipe down with usually just a paper towel. I found a spray bottle, and I found that it works really, really nicely to just spritz right on the surface and then wipe off with a paper towel, and it's good to go. I found the paper towel tends to leave the least amount of lint, but then again, you could, if you have a nice cloth that doesn't collect a lot of dust or anything, then that would definitely be even more ideal, right? Less garbage too. Hi Jennifer, how you doing, love? This is Jennifer. Hey, got any grapes? She is the one that made this mug stand. This thing is freaking amazing. She's got them on her Etsy shop. They adjust, they turn up, down, and then you can set the mug on here so you don't have to hold the mug. My wrists were absolute trash after a while. It was so painful from having to hold the mugs. So this has literally helped save my entire career as far as painting mugs. A big chunk of my what I want to be my job, right? You're doing okay, Jennifer? Sending you some love, honey. I hope you're okay. So if you want one of these mug stands, check out Jennifer's profile, and she's got links to her Etsy shop there where you can order one. Best thing you could ever get for yourself if you want to paint a ton of mugs. Isn't the blue pretty? So this is Craftsmart Multi-Surface in Sapphire. Multi-Surface Metallic. It's a sapphire color. It's a beautiful color, and it's one that I don't do a lot of work with other than in the rainbows, and I really need to fix that, I think. So this is the pattern that I'm doing is a pattern called Delight. There is a downloadable step-by-step pattern available on my website for this design. So if you want to learn how to paint this design, that pattern is there. And this particular mug is a made to order. So I don't keep mugs pre-made very often, unless I'm trying new designs and color combos and stuff. So what I do instead is I've got the made to order. So if somebody, for example, wants me to paint them one of these mugs, they can place an order as a made to order. I'll put them in the paint queue and start painting. And I'll do this design on a white mug or on a black mug, and both of those are available. It's something new that I'm trying because I don't typically do custom orders, but I feel like when there's a mug that tends to be fairly popular, a design that tends to be fairly popular, it might be one that, you know, if I'd made multiples, people would want to order it, so I can kind of set it up this way. So we'll see how that works. Pretty sure I have it. I need to go figure out what else I need to run out of my options though, right? Brandy, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. One thing I'm allowing yourself to buy, you justify it as mental health. I think that is a very, very smart strategy, and I think it is properly classified as mental health for sure. All right, so now I think I just got blue paint on the underside of the handle. I did too. So now we are gonna do some swoops. We will start the swoops now. We are going to start with Purpla. Let me scroll back. Da, 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 da. Can't find baking instructions on Craftsmart. Really? Well, son of a bitch, that one doesn't, yeah. This is what I mean by they're not all created equal. So the metallics, I'm looking at the sapphire metallic and the purple metallic. It doesn't have a baking instruction on it. But when I go to the Craftsmart in Rainforest, the satin metallics, there is let paint cure for 72 hours, place in cool oven, heat to 350 for 30 minutes, cool in oven. That is so weird. So here's the thing. If your paints state that they are appropriate for painting on non-porous surfaces like glass or ceramic, the other option, if you don't have curing instructions on your bottle, is to look up the brand of paint on the website to see if there's anything further. Otherwise, what I would do is I've taken this paint and I've baked it at the same instructions here. So let me see if there's any other. It's looking like none of the metallics. Isn't that weird, eh? None of the metallics have baking instructions. Oh, that's not true. Pearl White Metallic has baking instructions. Air dry 21 days or bake. Place in oven, cool oven, heat to 350. But this one doesn't say the let cure for 72 hours first. I think if your bottles don't have it and you can't find anything online, then you have to almost go into it knowing that it's going to be an experiment. But the 350 for 30 minutes tends to be one of the most common, so I would try that. But I would still go into it knowing that it's going to be an experiment to make sure that it's been good. But I've had no issues baking at 350. That's so weird. Sorry about that. Hey, Audrey. Yes, I have baked the metallics. Miss Ritzy, oh, sending you lots and lots of love. Well, 100% in our prayers, for sure. We're sending you love and we're here if you need some support. Hi, Donna. Running errands, listening in, watching. That is multitasking at its finest. Well done. Brandy, beautiful work. I always have never tried it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. So much fun. All right. So now, let's start painting some swoops. Yeah, no worries. It's so frustrating, because not all of the paints, like, I've had different folk art have completely different drying times. Like, on this one, for example, air dry surface for 1 hour, then place in a cool oven, heat to 350 and bake for 30 minutes. And then in the other folk art paint, it is air dry for 21 days or bake. See website for more details. So it's such a crapshoot of what you're going to get told on your bottles, but as long as your paints say that they are suitable for glass or ceramic, there should be some kind of curing instructions somewhere. And maybe that's something that we can, it would be interesting to do. It would be interesting to create that somewhere. But since every brand isn't the same, yeah. When I'm unsure or when I default to 350 for 30 minutes. So you put the mug into a cool oven, you turn it on to 350, you put the timer on right away, and then you let it cool in the oven. Now again, please check your bottles, because if your bottles do have something that conflicts with that, go with what's on your bottles. All of these paints are not created equal, as we've just seen, okay? And really kind of embrace the fact that anything that you try that is not on the bottles or you can't find written instruction for is an experiment. Sorry, hang on. Okay, that might rumble for a minute or so. So always know that it's going to be an experiment, okay? It's going to be one of those things that yeah, it may or may not work, but do your tests and find out what works for you too, right? That could change entirely if you end up putting top dots on instead of just one layer of paint. That can impact your curing time. So there's lots and lots of experimentation and lots of risk with every experiment. But yeah, that's what I default to anyway. All right, let's do some swoops. But I 100% have baked the Craftsmart Multi-Surface Metallics. And they have done very, very well. One thing to always do too is after you take a mug out of the oven, once it's cooled down and everything, especially if you are selling them, do a wash test for yourself. Make sure that everything cured properly. And yeah, just do a wash test. You might even want to do a wash test just for your own peace of mind, for gift giving as well, of course. And for yourself, right? That's the beauty of testing stuff yourself. And it's also the beauty, like we said, of buying those supplies that aren't super, super expensive just to try things out. So because these paints cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe, we don't need to use a sealer. You totally could if you wanted to. But I have not tried any, and I've not felt the need to, simply because the paints cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe, so I haven't really felt the need to look for any further protection than that. Now, I do recommend to every single person that buys one of my mugs that even though these paints do cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe, I always recommend gentle hand washing. And this is something that I would recommend that you do as well. It's wonderful to have that durability, but it's also, I find, it seems important to me to remember that this is a usable piece of artwork that's been hand painted, right? I would be so super paranoid to put this in the dishwasher. It would scare the snot out of me, just because of all the delicate design and everything too, right? That's just my paranoia. And just remembering that, you know, like it's something basically handmade, right? So you want to not put it through the ringer, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I can't see the tricks. It's too pretty to use. I would break it in a case with a light on. And you know, some people do that too, right? They collect mugs and they go into like a curio cabinet or a china cabinet and they're there for decor. You can totally use it for sure. But gentle hand washing is always, always, always going to be my recommendation. Yes, exactly. It's art. What do you do if you make a mistake? Really, really good question. On ceramics, it's one of the easiest things to deal with. Before the paint gets baked, really, as long as you catch it in the first 24 to 48 hours, you can scrape the paint back off. So what I typically will do is let the paint dry, go back to the spot that I want to remove or fix, and then it peels off the surface really, really easily. I use a wooden, I'll show you here. I use a wooden stir stick that I get from Dollarama here in Canada. The wood acts almost like an eraser on the surface. It'll pull the paint right off. and you can apply some pressure. I recommend, if you can, wait just an hour or two and then go back and pull it off. But if you need to, you can do that within the 24 to 48 hour window. You can also go at it with a wet cotton swab, right? Or a cotton swab, and wipe the paint off. The problem for that is, because all of this other paint is still wet in there, I would be super, super nervous to get in there with a cotton swab. I know me personally, I would always make a mess, and I'll end up smudging stuff that I don't intend to smudge. So I like waiting until it's dry and then peeling it off. Never mind the fact that it's also incredibly satisfying to do that too. So ceramics is quite easy when you have something you want to change, or if you've smudged something or something didn't turn out quite the way you wanted it to. Ceramics and glass are actually one of the easiest things to make changes on. I love how that the stand is adjustable, because I like to turn my piece depending on what I'm working on. You've seen me turn it here. I'll turn it again for the other side of the swoops. I like, you get into a routine of how things turn out the way that you like them to, and you replicate that. So I always turn my piece around and do the other side of the swoops this way. And I love that I can adjust it either way to be at a different height and different angle for painting, depending on what I need. So I can turn this one way up on an angle if I want to. Just ordered your mug stand. Fantastic. I think you'll really like it, Janet. I think you'll really, really like it. It's been such a game changer. I feel like my tool has something on the edge that's scratching. No, alright. Must have just been a chip of paint or something. I do love doing swoops. I could do swoops all day long. So I'm kind of always looking to expand the which patterns I write up. If you come across some of my older items that you would like to see a downloadable PDF pattern for, let me know. Because then I can go back and try and either recreate it or guess the tool sizes and stuff too, right? So we can do that. Hello, Waterplus Ink. Isn't the pink great? This is pink tourmaline. It's a multi-surface. It's the multi-surface acrylic from Craftsmart again. What's the biggest piece I've done? I have started a 3-foot square piece, a huge 3-foot square canvas. I started it a couple years ago though, so I haven't completed it. I've got, as far as completed, I did a wall mural in my old apartment that was 6 feet across, 6 feet across. I think that would be the biggest that I've done. Yeah, that would be the biggest one that I've done. I still have the large 3-foot square, and I still have all the paint colors. They weren't custom colors, so I do have the intention to get back to it. I have lots of other projects that I have to finish off too. I'm going to get in trouble if I go on to too many other things without going back to some of these older ones. I'm a watercolorist and my largest piece is 48 by 32. That's big. Just wondering if there's patterns like snowflakes or something celestial. Well, and anything can kind of be done with that. A lot of the designs could give you that kind of vibe if you do it in certain colors too, right? Like you could take almost any mandala and do it all in white and it will look fairly snowflakey, right? But there are tons and tons of patterns out there for snowflake mandalas, and I'm going to be releasing some Christmas ones, not really snowflake ones, but any of the ones that I'm going to release, yeah, if you did them in white, they would look very snowflakey for sure. That's the fun part about it. Yeah, it was pretty big. You love working large? That's amazing. I have gotten into the I need to paint things like mugs and keychains just from a business aspect. But if I was to sit down and start working on a new project, I love that. Actually, I guess after the 3-foot square would be, I did a 60 centimeter round canvas. I guess that would be the next biggest. I'll have to do another tour soon and show you some of the stuff that's sitting around here that's been here for a while. Thank you, Dragonflyer. All right, we're going to hang out for about another 15 minutes, you guys. I am going to sign off at around 9:30 though. So we're not going to get to the new keychains, but once this mug is done, we will start painting the new keychains and the new keychain shapes. So that will happen later this week. I don't do online courses at this point, Jackie, but I am going to do some Paint With Me Zoom classes at the end of September. And I do have downloadable step-by-step patterns on my website. And I've got some tutorials on my YouTube channel. That's always something that I may do at some point in the future, Jackie. It's something that's kind of sparked my interest, but I'm not 100% sure when that would be in the whole timeline of things. But it's always possible in the future. Eileen, I'm so drawn to your lives. They're so calming for me. Oh, that makes me so happy. That's wonderful to hear, Eileen. I'm so glad. That's exactly what I hope. That's exactly what I hope you feel when you come to these lives, is that you have a chance to, ask questions about an art form that you're interested in and just sit and relax and soak up some good energy and some love. And if you are in need of some love today, know that we are sending it to you. It is on its way. I was so excited when the keychains came today, though. And each one of them, the only thing I don't like about them is that, of course, each one of them is individually wrapped in plastic, right? And I hate that. But I sat down and I unwrapped each one. And I went and got myself matching containers from the dollar store to put them all in so they all look the same. It looks so cute. I'll keep you posted, Jackie. I'm going to be putting up the schedule. It'll be out kind of beginning to mid-September. I'll try and put up as much notice as I possibly can. At the beginning of September, I will at least be releasing the dates. I'd like to have the product listings ready on my website for that as well. To be able to do that, but I will try to be on the ball and get all that stuff ready at the same time. Oh, I'm so sorry, Eileen. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I feel like a lot of people are having a really tough go, or a lot of challenges. Being challenged an awful lot. And just know that we're sending you lots and lots of love to help you through the challenges. And while you're here with us, you don't have to show up in any particular way. You don't have to show up in a good mood. You don't have to show up happy. You don't have to show up with a problem to solve. You can just be whoever you are in that moment and know that there are no expectations of you here other than to be kind, of course. And let this be a place where you can come and just take a breath with us for a little while. All right. One more. We've got green ones to go now. And then I will let the green ones, I'll let all of them dry. And then I will do a large teal swoop down the middle like on this one, but I wait for all of the side ones to dry so that when I pull it over top, it works properly. So otherwise it can go all gummy and pull up paint, and it's frustrating. So these swoops I will leave to dry until tomorrow. And then that is when I will go in and finish off the last swoop down the middle. And in the meantime, we've got a little bit more of the design to do in between here. Good night, Sharon. It was good to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out. Lots of love. We made lots of headway. Thanks, guys. This was awesome. I feel really productive. And I am super, super, super pumped to play with those new keychains over the next little while. We're going to be painting a lot of them. A lot. A lot. All right, now I'm going to go to size. Oh my goodness. God. You can hear crickets. Crickets and a very loud souped up car. Yeah, the crickets are loud tonight. That's cool. I'm excited to show you all, guys, all the new patterns that I've been coming up with. So in September, when I release all the different patterns, there's going to be, I think, at least 2, if not 3 mug patterns. There's going to be some mini mandala patterns, so keychain patterns, basically. And then there is going to be 2 Christmas ornament packs. Each of them are going to have 10 patterns in them as well. So there's lots coming down the pipes. Lots. Or I might actually split some of them into like packs of 5 or something, maybe. We'll see. You love the sound of the crickets. It's nice, eh? Oh, thank you so much, User266. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Yeah, the paints are super, super fun. Most of them are multi-surface acrylic paints, metallics from Craftsmart. I live on an old one-lane highway. Oh, nice. That sounds so peaceful. Yeah, the ornaments are going to be great. Do you guys want a quick sneak peek? I'll give you a quick one. Just don't tell anybody. So there's some of them that I'm working on for the wraparound designs. And then here's one of the ornaments. And here's another one. All kinds of fun stuff. So very, very quick sneak peek. I'm not letting on any more than that. I want it to be a surprise because I'm so freaking proud of them. But it's coming. It's coming. Reminds you of home, Kim. I love that. Yeah, and the keychains are going to be fun. So if you did not see at the very beginning of the live, so you've seen me do the round keychains, right? So I paint them and then I put the resin on them. Round keychains, just like this, right? They start off the wood, I paint them, and they're good, right? So there's the round ones. But then I found rectangular ones. So I'm going to do like those half mandalas on them where the center dot's kind of going off the side. And I found square keychains too. So I'm so excited. So excited to paint these. So those are the keychains we're going to be working on for quite a while over the next few weeks. I have over 300 of them here to paint, so time to get at her. Thank you, Kim. Oh, thanks, Eileen. Do you sell the ornaments? That light blue, green, purple. Yeah. So that one back there, that is purple, teal, and gold and pink on a dark teal background. So lots of fun. I will be selling them for sure. Once I get everything ready, I will be listing them. They'll get listed at some point in September as well. I'm just not 100% sure when, but they will be out there soon. Thanks, Tracy. I'm really happy with them. You're gonna have to get your daughter a keychain. I'm excited to paint some more of them and create some cool new designs too. It was wonderful to see you, Sandy. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out, and thank you for all the love. Hope to see you again soon. So intimidated by resin, I'll have to support your business. So I totally understand the intimidation. Totally understand it. I was intimidated by resin for a very, very long time as well, and it's actually my friend Jan who convinced me to try resin. I started using Art Resin brand, which works great for canvases, and it's going to do really good for things like these ornaments that use a larger amount of resin. Now for the keychains, I use UV resin, and I go with the brand J Diction, and it's a UV resin, so you can get a kit that has a bottle of their UV resin, some tools, and a little UV light for like $35 on Amazon Canada. And it's a great little starter kit. And the beauty of it is that Art Resin takes a good 24 hours to cure. So you have to protect the piece, keep dust away from it, keep it covered, all that sort of stuff while the Art Resin is curing. Now, it only cures to be movable after 24 hours. It's not fully cured until 72 hours later. And again, for big pieces, it's definitely the more cost-effective way to go. You wouldn't certainly want to spend the money on the amount of UV resin that you'd need, or to buy a lamp that big, or flashlights and all that sort of stuff to cure it. But for small things like keychains that just go under the lamp, just like at the nail salon, it's pretty freaking incredible how quickly it works. So like 10 minutes later, and it's good. Now, here's something. I screwed up and I used the wrong color. I was supposed to use blue. So because I am not patient, I'm not going to wait for them to dry. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that the paint comes off a lot easier when it's dry, I'm pulling off the wet paint, and I'm not worrying about leaving behind those little dry bits, because I'll show you, and maybe this is where we'll sign off. I'll show you how I clean this up after I get rid of the paint. These were supposed to be dark blue instead of teal. If this was not a made-to-order mug, that someone was expecting something that they saw in a picture, I would have just left it there. But because they placed a specific order for a specific mug, I'm going in to change it. And thank you, Kim. I'm so glad you like the ornaments. Thank you, Susan. That's what I hope for. This pattern, I did this design the first time on a pale blue mug, these colors, and it's a downloadable pattern that's available on my website. It's called Delight, and it just seemed like such a fitting name for it. So I'm using this wood skewer, and I'm literally just rubbing over top of the spot that I want to remove and picking the paint off. Let me zoom in and I'll show you. So it's dry, right? You see how my finger doesn't do anything with it? It's dry. So now I go in with this, treating it just like a little tiny eraser, and it just comes right off. Now I could have left this until tomorrow and then just come, and those little dots would have just pick right off really easily, but I'm not that patient. That's also trusting myself to remember to pick off the dots tomorrow too, right? All right. Well, made some good progress. So what's left is, so I'll show you the mug that I'm replicating here. This one here. So we're at this point here where we've put the purple on. Here, let's turn it this way. We put the purple on. I put the teal where the dark blue is. We're gonna add in the teal, the green, those walking dots, and the little reverse swoop. And then this mug will be done. Much better spacing. I'll do a little design. I always do a little design on the handle, and then I will sign it as well. And then this mug will be ready. It'll sit on the shelf for about a week to fully air cure. The reason I do that and I let it dry probably longer than I need it to is because I've had issues with bubbling in the past after baking. So I want to make sure that there's no moisture trapped in this paint at all before it goes in the oven. So I err on the side of caution there and dry it for about a week before I put it in the oven. Yeah, the pale one looks good, eh? I love it on the black too. The black is just all these bright colors on black just always look so good. I'm glad you like them. Thank you. Thank you, Pedge. It was wonderful to see you, Sky. Enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions at all. Yes, baking is going to seal it. Air curing can seal it as well. I can air cure it for about 30 days, and it will also cure it to be top shelf dishwasher safe, just like baking will. So it's really dependent. When I have a lot of layers of top dots, I air cure and only air cure because I'm so nervous about there being moisture in the paint and putting them into the oven and baking them. Now, I am going to be starting to paint some mugs using Deco Art enamel paints, which are thinner, and I'm going to kind of research them and play with them and see what they're like for baking and bubbling and any issues there. So I'll keep you guys posted with that. If you want me to paint you one of these mugs, they are available as a made-to-order listing on my website. I can make you one on the white or on the black. If that's something you'd like, the links for my bio is in the link for my website, is in my bio. All of my links are there for my YouTube channel, the Facebook group, all of that good stuff. And if you check out the pin post here on my profile, one of the pin posts is my live schedule for the week. I will be going live again on Thursday evening on the Facebook group, I believe. I can't remember, but have a peek and see from there. Good night, everybody. And I use multi-surface acrylic paints. Good night, Patty. Night, Barb. It was wonderful seeing you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Kim, it was lovely to see you. Sending you lots and lots of love. And I will look forward to seeing you guys again soon, hopefully on Thursday evening. Love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Lots of love, Eileen. Lots of love, Donna, Susan. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sheila. Night, Tracy.